Hi, I'm Gary. Welcome to Jargon Free Help. In this tutorial, I want to show you how you can use formulas in conditional formatting. I've got some other tutorials on conditional formatting and they are in the links below this video, so go and check those out. So I've got a spreadsheet here, and what I'm using conditional formatting for here is to highlight people who've passed and failed. So what I've got here is it's got this background with white text showing those who've passed individual subjects, but over here in this pass-fail column, in column E, I'm actually showing anyone who has failed any one of those subjects. So any fail means a fail across the board. So I've used a formula to do all of that. So I'm just going to clear my formatting. I'm just going to highlight it, go to conditional formatting at the top. It's in the Home tab, and I'm just going to click and choose Clear Rules, and I'm just going to choose Selected Cells. Actually, from this, it wouldn't matter if it was the entire sheet because these are the only ones I've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by highlighting these and actually saying if they've scored more than 50%, it's going to highlight it, or greater than or equal to 50, and if they've got less than 50, it will do something else. So let's just go into conditional formatting here. And I'm going to choose New Rule. So I'm just going to click there, use a formula to determine which cells to format. So I'm just going to click on that. And the formula is, and because at the top here B2 is highlighted, that cell forms the basis of all the others. So if I just want it to be greater than or equal to 50, I'm going to have that blue background with some white text. I'm going to go equals, type in B2. Doesn't matter if it's a capital letter or not. And in fact, that can be a good thing because if there's any mistakes, it won't actually turn it into an uppercase. So I'm doing B2 is greater than or equal to 50. And then I'm going to click on Format here. And here in the fonts, I'm going to change the color to white. I could maybe make it go bold as well. And then I'm going to fill it with the color. And I'm going to just choose this color here. And let's click on OK. And then if I click on OK again, you'll see now anybody who has passed any subject is highlighted here. So, and if I change it, let's just change one. Let's make that 49. And you can see it instantly changes. Let's just highlight that again so that anyone who's failed will just have that come up in a different color again. So let's go back to conditional formatting. And now I can just add in another new rule. Again, I'm going to use this option down here, use a formula to determine which cells to format. And again, I'm just going to type in equals B2 is less than 50. I don't want it to be equal to because the other one's already got the equals in there as well. So let's go format. I'm not going to bold it on this occasion, but let's just choose something like this. Okay. Let's click on OK and then OK again. And now you can see it's changing the colors as I change. So let's just put that back to 45. So that's what you can do here. So what you can see is you can easily change that. You can set up whatever rules you want, and it doesn't have to be just simply greater than or equal to. You can use other functions as well and other calculations. So you could use if, and we're also going to use one called and on this occasion, and or. So basically I'm going to highlight this. So basically, if they fail any of these, then it's going to come up as red. And if not, it's going to come up, well, we'll choose a color. Let's just go for it and see what comes up, what actually highlights it really well. So I'm going into conditional formatting again. I'm going to go to New Rule. Click on this one down the bottom here again. And now this time it's going to be equals. And the function I'm using is and. So they have to pass all of them. So it means that one, and that one all have to actually be passes. So in this case, it's going to be B2 is greater than or equal to 50. C2 is greater than and equal to 50. And D2 is greater than or equal to 50. And you'll see that these are actually the cells going across the top here. So this is a really good one to use. I do actually have a function, rather a tutorial on how to use the AND function, so you can go and check that out. Again, the link is below, and I'm going to use the OR function in a minute, so you're going to get to see that too. But one of the interesting things here is that I'm conditional formatting it, and it's not on the cell that I'm on. So if you use conditional formatting normally, it's the cell that you're working on, the active cell or cells or region that you've selected, where it's actually changing. But in this case, I'm actually referring to a different cell and getting it to change in another one, which is quite neat. So if I go into format on this, so anyone who's passed, let's just choose, let's highlight it, let's go with this. Let's go with a font that is white again. And let's go with, well, actually there is no font on this one because we've got no text in there. So let's just go back to the fill and let's just keep it, let's choose that. Let's just click on OK, and let's click on OK again. And you can now see it's done it for all of those. So you can see that each one of these, and if I change that to say 40, it immediately flags up. But actually it'd be nice to have a color in there. So maybe we'll go for red on that. So again, I'm going to highlight it. And I'm going to just show you that you can actually change these and actually make them, delete them if you need to. So if I go into conditional formatting, down the bottom here it says manage rules. And you can see that it's got this rule here for that particular one. So it's just on that current selection. At the top here, I can change it to this worksheet, and it shows me the rules for this section that I did over here as well. So if I wanted to, let's say I wanted to change this to a different color, I could just click on there, click on Edit Rule, and then I could just go and change the rule here. I can just type that in and change it, or I can go into Format and maybe choose maybe a different color. Let's, what about that? Let's go for that. Okay. Then click on OK again, and I can either click on OK, which takes me out of this dialog box, or I can click on Apply. I'm going to click on Apply. So from here I could also add in another rule. So let's just do that. Let's click on New Rule. Let's use the formula again, except this time it's going to be OR, and this time it's going to be, so it's any one of them could be a fail. That's why it's an OR. And means it's got to meet all three conditions. OR is any one of the conditions. So if they have failed English or maths or science, it's going to give a fail. So for this, we're doing B2 is less than or equal to 50. C2 is not less than or equal to, less than 50. Did I say less than or equal to before? I meant to just say less than, and then that one there. And the format for this, well, again, we don't have any text in there, so let's just choose that. Or is that going to be more striking? No, let's go for that. And then click on OK, and OK again, hit Apply. I'm now going to click on OK. And now you can see it's changed it, so it's highlighting a color here. I could have, say, copied that, which I can do, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. But let me just show you what happens here if this person suddenly gets the grades to pass. It instantly changes it there. So that's how you can use formulas within conditional formatting. So you've now got plenty of options to go away and try. If you want to learn more, then subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Just click on the subscribe button below, and you can also see more on my website, jargonfreehelp.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time.